A Hellfire missile streaks from an AH-64 Apache, striking a French cannon on Waterloo's muddy field. Explosion erupts, black smoke rises, cannon fragments scatter, French artillerymen collapse in shock and chaos. Napoleon's elite army collapses in terror. Soldiers drop muskets, flags fall, horses bolt in wild panic. Men scream, fleeing across the mud, abandoning cannons and eagles, discipline shattered by an unseen terror. June 18, 1815, Waterloo's mist clears, revealing Napoleon on a hill, observing his 73,000-strong army. True. Napoleon, in a green cloak, holds a telescope, scanning orderly French ranks under waving regimental flags. Cannons stand ready, horses paw the ground, soldiers await battle, but no enemy army appears. A strange roar echoes. An AH-64 Apache rises over the horizon, its metal frame gleaming. Rotor blades spin, cutting the air, casting shadows over Waterloo's field, disrupting the 19th century calm. Napoleon's army, 73,000 strong, relies on muskets, cannons and horses, masters of European conquest. French soldiers carry smoothbore muskets, accurate only at 50 meters, bayonets fixed for close combat. Cannons, loaded with iron balls and gunpowder, stand in rows, manned by disciplined artillery crews. Napoleon's cavalry, on sturdy horses, serves as 1815's all-terrain force, ready to charge or flank. The Apache, a modern marvel, flies at 182 mph, armed with missiles, rockets, and a chain gun. Two pilots in the Apache's armored cockpit control devastating weapons, unmatched by 19th century technology. Rotor noise thunders across Waterloo, mistaken for a storm, unsettling soldiers and spooking horses. Horses rear and bolt, dragging carts as French ranks waver under the alien sound from above. Napoleon, still on the hill, lowers his telescope, puzzled by the growing chaos in his lines. A second Hellfire missile launches, streaking toward another French cannon with deadly precision. The missile hits, obliterating the cannon, sending shockwaves and debris. Soldiers fall in stunned silence. French artillerymen, moments ago confident, now lie scattered. Survivors frozen in disbelief and fear. The Apache hovers, its silhouette alien against the sky, a metal beast defying all known warfare. Napoleon signals urgently, ordering his troops to spread out, desperate to counter the flying threat. French soldiers scatter from tight formations, hoping to evade the unseen weapon tearing through them. The Apache's pilot switches to the M230 chain gun, targeting rows of French infantry below. Bullets rain down, cutting through wool-clad soldiers. Lines collapse into chaos. Mud splashes everywhere. Napoleon's famous columns, once conquerors of Europe, dissolve under the relentless chain gun fire. The Imperial Guard, elite veterans, hold formation briefly, faces grim, gripping muskets with resolve. A chain gun burst slices through the guard. Men fall like wheat. Discipline crumbles in seconds. Survivors stand frozen, staring at fallen comrades unable to process the invisible force striking them. Instinct overtakes training. Guardsmen drop muskets, turn, and flee, abandoning their sacred eagles. Napoleon watches, face pale, as his army unravels, unable to counter the relentless flying machine. The Apache launches Hydra 70 rockets, 19 streaking across the sky in a deadly sequence. Explosions ripple across Waterloo, forming a wall of fire, smoke, and devastation among French ranks. French soldiers scream, running in all directions, their courage shattered by the apocalyptic barrage. Cannons worth a fortune lie abandoned, half sunk in mud as crews flee the unseen enemy. Regimental flags, carried through countless victories, fall into the dirt, trampled by fleeing soldiers. Horses freed from reins gallop wildly, adding to the chaos as the French army disintegrates. The Apache circles above, its rotor thump a constant reminder of the terror dominating the battlefield. Napoleon, now isolated, grips his telescope, realizing his disciplined war machine is no more. The Apache's chain gun roars again, cutting through French ranks, leaving trails of dust and chaos. Soldiers, once proud conquerors, drop to their knees, staring at the sky, overwhelmed by fear. Napoleon signals frantically, urging his officers to rally troops, but panic spreads like wildfire. French musketeers fire upward, their shots useless against the Apache's armored hull. High above, cannon crews aim desperately, firing iron balls that fall short, useless against the swift helicopter. The Apache unleashes another salvo of Hydra 70 rockets, explosions tearing through the battlefield. Smoke and fire engulf French lines, soldiers scatter, abandoning posts in sheer desperation. The Imperial Guard, Napoleon's finest, breaks ranks, their legendary discipline shattered by relentless attacks. Napoleon's face hardens, realizing his tactics, perfected over decades, are powerless against this foe. The Apache's ammunition dwindles. Only a few rockets and chain gun rounds remain for attack. Pilots check fuel gauges. Warning lights flash, signaling less than 30 minutes of flight time. The helicopter circles, conserving energy. Its rotor thump a haunting sound across Waterloo's ruins. Napoleon notices the pattern. The Apache attacks, retreats, then returns, limited by unseen constraints. French soldiers, exhausted and terrified, abandon heavy cannons, leaving them stuck in muddy fields. Regimental eagles, symbols of French pride, lie trampled, discarded by fleeing troops in chaos. The Apache dives, firing its last Hydra rockets, creating a final wave of fiery explosions. French troops scream, running from the blast, their will to fight completely broken. The battlefield grows quiet, littered with abandoned muskets, cannons, and tattered French flags. Napoleon stands alone, his army gone, watching the Apache prepare for its final descent. The Apache lands gently on Waterloo's field, its rotors slowing, fuel nearly depleted. Silence falls. The helicopter sits motionless, a strange metal relic amid the 19th century carnage. French survivors, scattered and broken, stare at the Apache, unable to comprehend its power. Napoleon approaches the helicopter, his face a mix of awe and despair. Empire in ruins. The Apache's pilots exit, their modern gear alien to the mud-soaked, musket-armed French soldiers. European nations soon hear of the Iron Bird, sending scholars to study the mysterious machine. Scientists sketch the Apache, its blades and weapons baffling, their notes filled with confusion. Detailed drawings pile up, but no one can replicate the helicopter's advanced technology. Without jet fuel or tools, the Apache remains grounded, a useless relic of the future. Napoleon returns to Paris, not as a conqueror, but as a man who saw his doom. The Apache becomes a legend, whispered as a divine weapon or a demonic force. British claim it was theirs. Prussians call it divine. Russians deem it a demon. The Austrians draft endless reports unable to explain the machine's origins or purpose. One helicopter defeated Napoleon's army, not by numbers, but by shattering their morale. Modern technology dominates historical battles, but only until its fuel and ammunition run dry. History remembers Waterloo not for victory, but for the mystery of a future briefly unveiled.